Hi, so today we will discuss some more articles from Unit 1 of Signals and Systems. As we have mentioned previously that the signals are classified into two types. As we have discussed in the chapter, there are only two major kinds of signals, so which we discuss throughout the subject. Continuous time signal which is represented with x of t, and discrete time signal which is represented with x of n. We have discussed both continuous times and discrete time signals. Majorly we discuss both the signals, continuous time signal analysis and discrete time signal analysis, throughout this subject. These continuous time signals and discrete time signals are further classified into, number 1, deterministic or random signals. The first one is deterministic or random signals. Number 2, periodic or aperiodic signals. Number 3, energy or power signals. Number 4, causal or non-causal signals. Finally, even or odd signals. So we discuss all these articles, which are come into these signals, continuous time signals and discrete time signals, are further classified into these things. So we majorly discuss today about this periodic or aperiodic signals and how to find the time period or fundamental period of periodic signals. Later we will see in the coming sessions energy and power signals, what is causal signal and non-causal signals, how to find out even or whether the given signal is even signal or odd signal in the coming sessions. First let us discuss about first one, number 1 or number 2 in fact. So periodic or aperiodic signals. Periodic or aperiodic signal. Simple definition. So a continuous time signal. So we define periodic aperiodic signal for both continuous time signals and discrete time signals. First we will see the definition for continuous time signals. A continuous time signal x of t is said to be periodic if it satisfies very important relation, x of t plus capital T is equal to x of t. If x of t satisfies this equation for all values of t, remember, for all values of t, so that means from minus infinity to infinity, this equation must be true. So then in that case the continuous signal satisfies this equation, then it is called periodic signal. It is called as periodic signal. Otherwise if this equation is not satisfied, otherwise it is called aperiodic signal. So if this equation, the above equation, is not satisfied, then it is called as aperiodic signal. So let us see some examples under this case. For example, say if the given signal is like this, for example say a sawtooth waveform. For example, if it is a sawtooth waveform, something like this, something like this. For example, 0, 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2. So you can see that after t is equal to 1, let us say this is t, so this is x of t. After t is equal to 1, the same waveform, this same cycle repeats. So this is just one cycle, the same cycle repeats after t is equal to 1. So what is the smallest value of t? T is equal to 1. So this is the time period, so the time period is equal to 1. So therefore, what you can see that the smallest value of t, the smallest value of capital T which satisfies this equation is called as fundamental period. So what is fundamental? The smallest value of t which satisfies above equation, is called fundamental period or time period. You can call it as fundamental period, or it is also called as time period. Remember the words, time period. So in this case, what is the time period of the given waveform? The time period of the given waveform is t is equal to 1. That means after t is equal to 1, the same cycle is repeating. For example, if you take one more example, you can draw many examples of this kind. For example, say if something waveform is like this. For example, if some waveform half wave rectifier is something like this. So on. For example, 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, minus 2 pi. The given waveform is like this. So identifying the fundamental period is very, very important while solving the problems. Let us say its amplitude is A. So you can see that this pattern where the pulse, no pulse, this pattern repeats. So this is called as one cycle. The same pattern repeats after 2 pi. So therefore, what is the fundamental period for this problem? T is equal to 2 pi. So like that, you can take many cases. For example, if you take some other examples, for example, say if you take a square wave. So if you take a square wave, for example, square wave will be something like this. Something like this, the square wave, and so on. Let us say 0, 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2. Say the amplitude is plus 1, minus 1. Say this is x of t versus t. So you can see that this is one cycle. You can take any part. So let us call this as one cycle. So the same pattern repeats. So this is called as the fundamental period or time period of this waveform, which is equal to 2 seconds or something given depending upon the scale. T is equal to 2. So therefore, in this way, identifying the time period of the given waveform is very, very important while we solve Fourier series or Fourier transforms. Now, similarly, let us define the same periodic or aperiodic definition for. We have one more signal, that is discrete time signals. Let us define it for discrete time signal. Discrete time signal. Let us see the definition for discrete time signal. A discrete time signal x of n is said to be periodic if it satisfies same definition. If it satisfies, see the formula is x of n plus capital N is equal to x of n. So if this equation is satisfied, for example, after n samples, if same x of n comes, this is what we have to write here for all values of n. That means throughout the n scale, this equation has to be satisfied. Then only we call it as periodic signal. If it satisfies this equation, is said to be periodic. If x of n is said to be, if it satisfies. Otherwise it is called aperiodic signal. It is called as aperiodic signal. If this equation is not satisfied, then it is called as aperiodic signal. Similar to capital T, here the smallest value of n which satisfies this equation is called as fundamental period, where n is equal to fundamental period, the fundamental period, the smallest value of n which satisfies the above equation is fundamental period or time period. So let us find out, this is about the basic simple definition. So let us find out the time period of two basic important signals what we encounter. So let us take one example and let us solve this. Let us take one example. The question is like this: find the fundamental period of here two signals are given. This is the previous examination question. X of t is equal to a sine omega 0 t plus theta, and the second signal is x of t is equal to e power j omega 0 t. So these are the two given questions in the previous examination. So what is the fundamental period of these two signals? One is sine and one is j. Here it is complex exponential signal. So let us find out one by one. What is given signal? X of t is equal to a sine omega 0 t plus theta. It is a sine signal. So what is our definition? So what we have to prove? X of t plus capital T is equal to x of t we have to prove. So therefore x of t plus capital T is equal to a sine, substitute in place of t plus capital T. If you multiply, it will become omega 0 t plus omega 0 t plus capital theta. So let this quantity let omega 0 into t is equal to, let us call 2 pi. Let us call it as 2 pi. Substitute 2 pi here in this above equation. So therefore x of t plus capital T is equal to a sine of 2 pi right first plus omega 0 t plus theta. As you know from trigonometry, a sine 2 pi plus something is 2 pi plus x is equal to sine x. So therefore what is sine 2 pi plus something? It will be the same thing, that is a sine omega 0 t plus theta from trigonometric identities. So therefore what is this? This is the given signal x of t. So this equation x of t plus t is equal to x of t is proved for when omega 0 into capital T is equal to 2 pi. So therefore what is the fundamental period? The fundamental period. So what we can write from the above equation, capital T is equal to, so you can find out that 2 pi by omega 0. So omega 0 is equal to 2 pi. If you take omega 0 that side, so right side it will become 2 pi by omega 0. So which is very, very important what we use while solving the problems. See, let us see the second one. What is the second definition, second question given? We have to find the fundamental period of e power j omega 0 t. As I explained, what is this signal? This is complex exponential signal. What we have discussed, complex exponential, basically exponential signal. Because of j here, it is called as complex exponential. What I said, this complex exponential signal is a sinusoidal signal of frequency omega 0. When we discussed complex exponential signal, what is the nature of signal? The nature of signal is, it is a sinusoidal signal of frequency omega 0. Let us find out what is the fundamental period of this signal. So therefore x of t plus capital T, let us find out in the similar manner, e power j omega 0 t, t substitute in place of t plus capital T. Let us separate the exponentials, e power j omega 0 t into e power j omega 0 into capital T. Here, so this quantity, so omega 0 into t, this quantity, let omega 0 into capital T is equal to 2 pi. Let us assume that omega 0 into, so this, what is this quantity will become e power j 2 pi. From complex numbers, what you can write it as cos 2 pi plus j sin 2 pi. What is the answer? Cos 2 pi 1, sin 2 pi is 0. So therefore what is e power j 2 pi? When this quantity omega 0 is equal to 2 pi, this quantity will become 1. So therefore what it will become? E power j omega 0, which is nothing but as x of t. So that means what is x of t plus capital T is equal to x of t when this will happen? When omega 0 t is equal to 2 pi, so from which t is equal to 2 pi by omega 0. So this is the fundamental period. This is the fundamental period of this complex exponential signal. This is called as fundamental period of this complex exponential signal. In short way, so you can find out simply the time period, both formulas. For example, what you know, hint, what you know, omega 0. Omega 0 is equal to 2 pi f, which we can write it as omega 0 is equal to 2 pi by capital T, from which t is equal to what? 2 pi by omega 0. The same answers you get. So this is the very important examination question. So this is about the very important classification of both continuous time signal and discrete time signal, which is periodic or aperiodic signal. In the next session we will see the problems on periodic and aperiodic signals. Thank you.